Question 1. What does this road sign indicate to drivers? A. You must give way to all other vehicles. B. You have the right of way over all vehicles. C. You must stop, then give way. D. Merging traffic ahead, proceed with caution. Answers is A. You must give way to all other vehicles. This sign indicates that you must give way to all other vehicles. You should slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary to allow other traffic to proceed safely before you do. Question 2. What does a broken yellow line painted on the left side of the road near the curb mean? A. No parking, but you may stop to pick off passengers. B. You may park there for up to 5 minutes. C. No stopping or parking at any time. D. It indicates a bus lane or cycle lane. Answers is A. No parking, but you may stop to pick off passengers. A broken yellow line near the curb means that parking is prohibited, but you are allowed to stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. Question 3. When approaching this sign, what action must you take? A. Stop completely, then give way to all traffic. B. Slow down and give way if necessary. C. Proceed with caution, you have right of way. D. Stop only if there is oncoming traffic. Answers is A. Stop completely, then give way to all traffic. This sign, a stop sign, means you must stop your vehicle completely before the stop line, or if there is no line before the intersection, and give way to all other traffic. Question 4. What is the primary purpose of wearing A? A. To protect occupants from injury in a crash. B. To prevent drowsiness while driving. C. To keep the driver comfortably positioned. D. To meet legal requirements for speed. Answers is A. To protect occupants from injury in a crash. Are designed to restrain occupants in the event of a collision, preventing them from being thrown against the interior of the vehicle or ejected, significantly reducing the risk of serious injury or death. Question 5. What does this sign mean regarding turning at an intersection? A. No right turn. B. Turn right only. C. No left turn allowed. D. Right turn ahead. Answers is A. No right turn. This sign indicates that making a right turn at the upcoming intersection or road entrance is prohibited. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 6. When are you permitted to cross the centre line on a New Zealand road? A. When overtaking if the line is broken and safe. B. Any time to make a U-turn. C. To avoid a slow vehicle regardless of line type. D. When entering a driveway on the opposite side. Answers is A. When overtaking if the line is broken and safe. You can only cross the centre line to overtake if it is a broken line, and it is safe to do so. A solid centre line must not be crossed unless turning into a driveway or property. Question 7. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. The road ahead narrows on both sides. B. There is a merging lane from the left. C. The road will widen ahead. D. You are approaching a one-way street. Answers is A. The road ahead narrows on both sides. This warning sign alerts drivers that the road ahead will narrow on both sides, requiring increased caution and potentially a reduction in speed to maintain a safe position. Question 8. What is the correct action if you are involved in a minor collision and no one is injured? A. Exchange details, move vehicles if safe to prevent obstruction. B. Wait for police, even if obstructing traffic. C. Leave the scene immediately. D. Take photos and then drive away without exchanging details. Answers is A. Exchange details, move vehicles if safe to prevent obstruction. If no one is injured and the vehicles are causing an obstruction, move them to a safe location if possible. Always exchange names, addresses, and vehicle details with the other driver. Question 9. What does this sign typically indicate regarding vehicle access? A. No entry for all vehicles. B. End of speed limit zone. C. One-way street ahead. D. Give way to oncoming traffic. Answers is A. No entry for all vehicles. This sign, a red circle with a white horizontal bar. No entry or movement prohibited for all vehicles in the direction the sign is facing. Question 10. What is the safe following distance in good conditions? A gap behind the vehicle in front. B. 1 car length for every 10 of speed. C. As close as possible to prevent others from cutting in. D. A gap is always recommended. Answers is A gap behind the vehicle in front. The rule is a widely accepted guideline for maintaining a safe following distance in good conditions. This allows enough time to react and stop if the vehicle in front stops suddenly. Question 11. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Slippery road surface ahead. B. Uneven road surface ahead. C. Loose gravel on the road. D. Road closed due to ice. Answers is A. Slippery road surface ahead. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead may be slippery, especially in wet conditions, requiring drivers to reduce speed and exercise caution. Question 12. When must you use your vehicle's headlights during the day? A. In poor visibility such as fog or heavy rain. B. When driving on a motorway. C. Always for better visibility to others. D. Only when you're approaching a tunnel. Answers is A. In poor visibility such as fog or heavy rain. Must be used during the day when visibility is poor due to weather conditions like fog, heavy rain, or mist, to make your vehicle more visible to other road users. Question 13. What does this mandatory sign instruct drivers to do? A. Proceed straight ahead only. B. Turn left or right only. C. Road ahead is closed. D. U-turn is permitted. Answers is A. Proceed straight ahead only. This blue circular sign with a white arrow pointing upwards is a mandatory sign, indicating that vehicles must proceed straight ahead and are not permitted to turn left or right. Question 14. Who has priority at an uncontrolled if you are turning right from the bottom of the T? A. Traffic coming from your right or left. B. You have priority as you are turning right. C. Only traffic from your right has priority. D. Pedestrians always have priority. Answers is A. Traffic coming from your right or left. At an uncontrolled, if you are at the bottom of the T, you must give way to all traffic on the continuing road the top of the T, regardless of whether you are turning left or right. Question 15. What does this sign warn you about? A. Steep ascent or uphill grade ahead. B. A steep descent or downhill grade ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Road narrows from the right. Answers is A. Steep ascent or uphill grade ahead. This warning sign indicates a steep ascent ahead. Drivers should select an appropriate gear to manage their incline and maintain control of their vehicle. Question 16. What does a yellow traffic light mean when following a green light? A. Stop if safe to do so, otherwise proceed with caution. B. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. C. You must stop immediately even if unsafe. D. Proceed if no other traffic is present. Answers is A. Stop if safe to do so, otherwise proceed with caution. A yellow light after a green light indicates that the light is about to turn red. You must stop unless you are so close to the intersection that stopping suddenly would be dangerous. Question 17. What does this prohibitory sign indicate? A. No overtaking. B. Overtaking zone. C. End of no overtaking. D. Overtake with caution. Answers is A. No overtaking. This sign indicates that overtaking other vehicles is prohibited from this point onwards. Drivers must not pass vehicles unless specifically allowed by road markings. Question 18. What is the main danger when driving in heavy rain? A. Visibility and increased risk of hydroplaning. B. Engine overheating due to wet conditions. C. Tire punctures become more common. D. Other drivers will stop more frequently. Answers is A. Visibility and increased risk of hydroplaning. Heavy rain severely reduces visibility for all drivers and increases the risk of hydroplaning aquaplaning, where tires lose contact with the road surface due to a layer of water, leading to loss of control. Drivers should slow down and increase following distances. Question 19. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A. Cycle track. B. No cycling allowed. C. Cyclists give way. D. Cycle crossing ahead. Answers is A. Cycle track. This sign indicates a cycle track, meaning cyclists are to use this path and often have priority over other vehicles entering or crossing it. Question 20. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with flashing lights and sirens? A. Pull over to the left and stop if safe. B. Speed up to get out of its way quickly. C. Continue driving normally if not in its direct path. D. Stop in the middle of the lane. Answers is A. Pull over to the left and stop if safe. Upon hearing or seeing an emergency vehicle with flashing light sirens, you must pull over to the left side of the road and stop, allowing the emergency vehicle to pass safely. Do not endanger yourself or others by stopping abruptly or in an unsafe location. Question 21. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Uneven road surface ahead. B. Road closed for repairs. C. Speed hump ahead. D. Steep descent ahead. Answers is A. Uneven road surface ahead. This warning sign indicates an uneven road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed to avoid damage to their vehicle and maintain control. Question 22. When is it legal to make a U-turn? A. Only where it is safe and not prohibited by a sign. B. Anywhere on a residential street. C. At any intersection with traffic lights. D. Only in U-turn zones. Answers is A. Only where it is safe and not prohibited by a sign. U-turns are legal only where it is safe to do so, where there is good visibility, and where no signs or road markings like a solid white center line prohibit them. They are generally not permitted at traffic light intersections unless. Question 23. What does this sign prohibit? A. No stopping at any time. B. No parking but stopping is allowed. C. Stopping for short periods is permitted. D. Parking for emergency vehicles only. Answers is A. No stopping at any time. This sign with a red cross on a blue background, no stopping, means that you must not stop your vehicle for any reason at any time, not even to pick up or drop off passengers. Question 24. What is the general rule for giving way at an intersection without signs or signals? A. Give way to traffic coming from your right. B. Give way to traffic coming from your left. C. The first vehicle to arrive has priority. D. Traffic going straight has priority over turning. Answers is A. Give way to traffic coming from your right. At an uncontrolled intersection, the general rule in New Zealand is to give way to vehicles coming from your right. This applies unless other specific rules like turning rules dictate otherwise. Question 25. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. Children crossing area. C. Road works ahead. D. Cyclists crossing area. Answers is A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This warning sign alerts drivers to a pedestrian crossing ahead, indicating that they should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. It often precedes a marked pedestrian crossing. Question 26. When should you dip your headlights from high beam to low beam? A. When meeting or following another vehicle. B. Only when approaching a pedestrian. C. When entering a urban area. D. Only when you see animals on the road. Answers is A. When meeting or following another vehicle. You must dip your headlights to low beam when you are approaching an oncoming vehicle, or when you are following another vehicle, to avoid dazzling or blinding other drivers. Question 27. What does this sign mean for heavy vehicles? A. No entry for goods vehicles. B. Trucks must use this lane. C. Weight limit applies. D. Goods vehicles only. Answers is A. No entry for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates that entry is forbidden for goods vehicles trucks, typically to restrict their access to certain areas or roads. Question 28. What is the safest way to enter a motorway? A. Match the speed of motorway traffic and merge safely. B. Stop at the end of the ramp and wait for a gap. C. Accelerate quickly and force your way in. D. Enter at a slower speed than motorway traffic. Answers is A. Match the speed of motorway traffic and merge safely. When entering a motorway, use the acceleration lane to build up speed to match the flow of motorway traffic. Indicate and merge smoothly when a safe gap appears, without disrupting the flow of traffic already on the motorway. Question 29. What does this sign indicate about parking? A. No parking allowed. B. Parking zone. C. Parking for disabled only. D. Loading zone. Answers is A. No parking allowed. This sign, a red circle with a single diagonal line, indicates no parking. You are not allowed to park your vehicle there, but you may stop temporarily to pick up or drop off passengers or goods. Question 30. What is meant by scanning the road ahead? A. Constantly looking for hazards far and near. B. Focusing intently on the vehicle in front. C. Only looking in your mirrors. D. Checking your speedometer regularly. Answers is A. Constantly looking for hazards far and near. Scanning means actively moving your eyes to look ahead, or to the sides and in your mirrors, constantly searching for potential hazards, changes in traffic and road conditions, to anticipate and react safely. Question 31. What does this sign indicate about the priority of roads? A. You are on a priority road. B. End of priority road. C. Give way to all traffic. D. Dangerous intersection ahead. Answers is A. You are on a priority road. This sign with a yellow center and white border that you are on a priority road, meaning vehicles on this road have the right of way over vehicles entering from side roads unless otherwise. Question 32. When approaching a railway crossing without barriers or lights, what should you do? A. Slow down, look, listen, and be prepared to stop. B. Speed up to cross quickly. C. Assume no train is coming. D. Stop only if a train is visible. Answers is A. Slow down, look, listen, and be prepared to stop. At an uncontrolled railway crossing, you must slow down, look both ways for trains, listen for warning sounds, and be prepared to stop if a train is approaching. Only proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 33. What does this sign mean? A. Road works ahead. B. Traffic congestion ahead. C. Uneven road. D. Emergency stop area. Answers is A. Road works ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works ahead, indicating that there may be temporary changes to the road layout, speed limits, and workers or machinery present. Drive with caution. Question 34. What should you do if your vehicle starts to aquaplane hydroplane? A. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. B. Brake hard and steer sharply. C. Accelerate to gain traction. D. Turn the steering wheel rapidly. Answers is A. Ease off the accelerator and steer straight. If your vehicle starts to aquaplane, ease your foot off the accelerator, keep the steering wheel pointed straight, and avoid sudden braking or steering. Allow the vehicle to slow down until the tires regain grip. Question 35. What does this sign indicate for pedestrians? A. Pedestrian track. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. No pedestrian access. D. Shared path for pedestrians and cyclists. Answers is A. Pedestrian track. This blue circular sign with a white pedestrian symbol indicates a mandatory pedestrian track. Pedestrians should use this path, and drivers should be aware of pedestrians in this area. Question 36. When driving in strong winds, what specific hazard should you be aware of? A. Your vehicle being pushed sideways, especially large vehicles. B. Engine overheating due to wind resistance. C. Visibility due to debris. D. Increased braking distance. Answers is A. Your vehicle being pushed sideways, especially large vehicles. Strong side winds can push vehicles sideways, making it difficult to maintain a straight line. This is particularly true for vehicles, motorcyclists, and vehicles towing trailers. Adjust your speed and grip the steering wheel firmly. Question 37. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. Do not enter. B. One-way street. C. Give way. D. Stop ahead. Answers is A. Do not enter. This sign, a red circle with a white horizontal bar, typically facing towards oncoming traffic, means do not enter or wrong way. It prohibits vehicles from entering the road or lane where the sign is displayed. Question 38. How should you drive when you see the children warning sign? A. Reduce speed and be prepared for children. B. Maintain speed, children will watch out. C. Sound your horn to warn children. D. Only applies during school hours. Answers is A. Reduce speed and be prepared for children. This sign indicates a children crossing area or proximity to a school. Drivers must reduce their speed, be extra vigilant, and be prepared to stop for children who may act unpredictably. Question 39. What does this sign indicate about the curve ahead? A. Dangerous curve to the right. B. Dangerous curve to the left. C. Series of curves ahead. D. Sharp turn right only. Answers is A. Dangerous curve to the right. This warning sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed before entering the curve and maintain control. Question 40. When is it acceptable to use a mobile phone while driving? A. Only when safely parked off the road. B. Using a hands-free device. C. At traffic lights if not moving. D. Briefly to check directions. Answers is A. Only when safely parked off the road. In New Zealand, it is illegal to use a mobile phone while driving. This includes texting, talking, or any other use that requires holding the phone. Hands-free use is permitted, but it is always best to minimize distractions. Question 41. What does this sign typically indicate? A. Roundabout ahead. B. No U-turn. C. Give way to the left. D. Circular parking only. Answers is A. Roundabout ahead. This mandatory sign indicates a roundabout circular intersection ahead. Drivers must follow the rules for roundabouts, typically giving way to traffic already in the roundabout from their right. Question 42. What action should you take if you accidentally miss your exit on a motorway? A. Continue to the next exit and find an alternative route. B. Brake sharply and try to reverse to the exit. C. Stop on the shoulder and wait for a gap to reverse. D. Make a U-turn if the median strip is wide enough. Answers is A. Continue to the next exit and find an alternative route. If you miss your exit on a motorway, never stop, reverse, or make a U-turn. Continue safely to the next exit and then find an alternative route to your destination. Question 43. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. No U-turn allowed. B. U-turn permitted. C. Right turn only. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is A. No U-turn allowed. This prohibitory sign, a U-turn arrow, crossed out indicates that making a U-turn at this location is forbidden. Drivers must find another way to change direction. Question 44. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on the side of a busy road? A. Turn on hazard lights, get safely off the road. B. Attempt to fix it immediately regardless of traffic. C. Leave the vehicle and walk for help. D. Keep your headlights on high beam. Answers is A. Turn on hazard lights, get safely off the road. If your vehicle breaks down, pull over to the safest possible location off the road, turn on your hazard lights, and if safe, exit the vehicle on the side away from traffic. Call for assistance. Question 45. What does this sign warn about? A. Loose gravel or stones on the road. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Road works ahead. D. Falling rocks from a cliff. Answers is A. Loose gravel or stones on the road. This warning sign indicates that there may be loose gravel or stones on the road surface. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid skidding and to prevent stones from being thrown up and damaging other vehicles. Question 46. What does a continuous white line along the center of the road mean? A. Do not cross the line unless turning into property. B. You may cross to overtake if safe. C. It indicates a reversible lane. D. Parking is permitted on the left of the line. Answers is A. Do not cross the line unless turning into property. A continuous white line or a double solid white line along the center of the road means you must not cross it unless you are turning right into a driveway or property or avoiding an obstruction. Overtaking is not permitted. Question 47. What does this sign indicate is the maximum speed? A. Maximum speed limit of 50. B. Minimum speed limit of 50. C. Advisory speed of 50. D. End of all speed restrictions. Answers is A, maximum speed limit of 50. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not exceed this speed. These signs are commonly found in urban and residential areas. Question 48. What must you do before turning left from a main road into a side street? A. Check mirrors, signal and give way to pedestrians. B. Signal then accelerate to turn quickly. C. Only check for oncoming traffic. D. Turn without signaling if no one is around. Answers is A. Check mirrors, signal and give way to pedestrians. Before turning left, check your mirrors, signal your intention, slow down, and ensure it is safe to turn. Importantly, you must give way to any pedestrians or cyclists already crossing or about to cross the side street. Question 49. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Steep descent or downhill grade ahead. B. Steep ascent or uphill grade ahead. C. Road narrows from the left. D. Warning of road humps. Answers is A. Steep descent or downhill grade ahead. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear to use engine braking, control their speed, and avoid relying solely on foot brakes to prevent overheating. Question 50. What is a controlled intersection? A. An intersection with traffic lights or signs. B. An intersection where police direct traffic. C. An intersection where only one car can pass. D. Any intersection with a pedestrian crossing. Answers is A. An intersection with traffic lights or signs. A controlled intersection is one where traffic flow is by traffic lights, stop signs, or give way signs. These controls dictate which vehicles have priority, reducing confusion and the risk of collisions. Question 51. What does this sign tell you about the road? A. It is a one-way road. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Two-way traffic ahead. D. Proceed straight only. Answers is A. It is a one-way road. This information sign, a blue square with a white arrow pointing straight ahead, indicates that the road you are entering or currently on is a one-way road. Traffic flows in a single direction only. Question 52. When changing lanes, what is the correct procedure? A. Check mirrors, signal head check, then move if safe. B. Signal first, then quickly change lanes. C. Just check your mirror. D. Assume other drivers will make space for you. Answers is A. Check mirrors, signal head check, then move if safe. The correct procedure for changing lanes involves checking your interior and exterior mirrors, signaling your intention, performing a head check shoulder check to cover blind spots, and only then moving into the new lane when it is safe to do so. Question 53. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Cyclists leaving or entering the road. B. No cycling allowed. C. Cycle track ahead. D. Shared path ahead. Answers is A. Cyclists leaving or entering the road. This warning sign indicates an area where cyclists may be leaving or entering the road, such as near a cycle path or crossing point. Drivers should be extra cautious and look out for cyclists. Question 54. What is the primary reason for increasing your following distance in wet weather? A. To allow for increased braking distances. B. To give more space for cyclists. C. To avoid spray from the vehicle in front. D. To reduce the risk of hydroplaning. Answers is A. To allow for increased braking distances. In wet conditions, the road surface is slippery, and tires have less grip. This significantly increases the distance required to stop your vehicle safely. A longer following distance provides more time and space to react. Question 55. What does this sign indicate? A. Other danger accident prone area. B. Intersection ahead. C. Road closed. D. Diversion ahead. Answers is A. Other danger accident prone area. This general warning sign with an exclamation mark indicates other danger or an accident-prone area ahead. Drivers should exercise extra caution and be aware of potential unspecified hazards. Question 56. What is the correct procedure for indicating when exiting a roundabout? A. Signal left as you pass the exit before yours. B. Signal left immediately upon entering the roundabout. C. Only signal if you are turning left. D. Do not signal when exiting a roundabout. Answers is A. Signal left as you pass the exit before yours. When exiting a roundabout, you should signal left as you pass the exit immediately before the one you intend to take. This alerts other drivers and pedestrians of your intention to leave the roundabout. Question 57. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Embankment or quayside ahead. B. Road narrows on the left. C. Loose gravel on road. D. Ferry crossing ahead. Answers is A. Embankment or quayside ahead. This warning sign indicates that there is an embankment or quayside alongside the road ahead, meaning there is a drop-off or body of water nearby. Exercise caution to avoid driving off the edge. Question 58. What is the recommended maximum speed for towing a trailer on a New Zealand road? A. 90 unless a lower limit is signposted. B. 100 same as cars. C. 70 at all times. D. As fast as the lead vehicle. Answers is A. 90 unless a lower limit is signposted. When towing a trailer or caravan, the maximum speed limit is 90, even on roads with a higher general limit, unless a lower speed limit is specifically signposted. This is for safety and stability. Question 59. What does this sign indicate? A. Railway crossing without barriers. B. Railway crossing. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. Crossroads ahead. Answers is A. Railway crossing without barriers. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead that does not have barriers. Drivers must slow down, look and listen for trains, and be prepared to stop before crossing. Question 60. What should you do if you are being followed too closely by another vehicle? A. Increase your following distance to the car ahead. B. Brake suddenly to make them back off. C. Speed up to create more space in front. D. Flash your brake lights repeatedly. Answers is A. Increase your following distance to the car ahead. If someone is tailgating you, increase your following distance from the vehicle in front. This creates a larger buffer zone for you to react and stop smoothly, reducing the risk of being if you need to brake suddenly. Question 61. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A. Warning of strong side wind. B. Crossroads ahead. C. Low-flying aircraft. D. Vehicles may be buffeted. Answers is A. Warning of strong side wind. This warning sign indicates an area prone to strong side winds. Drivers should be prepared for their vehicle to be buffeted and adjust their steering to maintain control, especially those in vehicles. Question 62. What does this sign mean? A. Road traffic accident concentration area. B. Roadworks ahead. C. Emergency stopping lane. D. Traffic congestion ahead. Answers is A, road traffic accident concentration area. This sign warns drivers that they are entering a section of road that has a high incidence of traffic accidents. Drivers should exercise extreme caution and be extra vigilant for potential hazards. Question 63. What does this sign indicate regarding oncoming traffic? A, priority over oncoming traffic is B, you have priority over oncoming traffic. C, road narrows ahead. D, one-way traffic ahead. Answers is A, priority over oncoming traffic is. This sign, a red circle with arrows, indicates that oncoming traffic has priority over you. You must give way to any vehicles approaching from the opposite direction, especially where the road narrows. Question 64. What does this sign mean? A, railway crossing without barriers. B, railway crossing. C, level crossing with barriers. D, two roads crossing. Answers is A, railway crossing without barriers. This sign indicates an unguarded railway crossing with multiple tracks. Drivers must be particularly cautious, look and listen for trains, and be prepared for more than one train to pass. Question 65. What does this sign indicate? A, no overtaking for goods vehicles. B, trucks must overtake here. C, end of truck lane. D, trucks must keep left. Answers is A, no overtaking for goods vehicles. This prohibitory sign means that goods vehicles trucks are not allowed to overtake other vehicles from this point. Other vehicle types may still be permitted to overtake, if safe and legal. Question 66. What does this sign mean for turns? A, no left turn allowed. B, left turn only. C, no U-turn. D, turn left at next intersection. Answers is A, no left turn allowed. This sign indicates that making a left turn at the upcoming intersection or road entrance is prohibited. Drivers must find an alternative route. Question 67. What does this sign warn you about? A, or depressions in the road. B, speed humps ahead. C, uneven road ahead. D, falling rocks. Answers is A, or depressions in the road. This warning sign indicates that there are potholes or significant depressions in the road surface ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid vehicle damage and maintain control. Question 68. What does this sign indicate is the action required? A, turn right only. B, no right turn. C, proceed straight or turn right. D, right turn ahead. Answers is A, turn right only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn right at the intersection or junction ahead. Movement or left turns are not permitted. Question 69. What does this sign mean for vehicle types? A, no entry for motor vehicles. B, motor vehicles only. C, maximum speed limit. D, motorway ahead. Answers is A, no entry for motor vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates that entry is forbidden for all motor vehicles, cars, trucks, motorcycles, etc. Beyond this point, although pedestrians and cyclists may still be allowed. Question 70. What does this sign indicate for drivers? A, cattle or farm animals crossing. B, wild animals crossing. C, farm machinery crossing. D, pedestrians crossing. Answers is A, cattle or farm animals crossing. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where farm animals, such as cattle, may be crossing or present on the road. Drivers should slow down and be prepared to stop for animals. Question 71. What does this sign mean for priority? A. You have priority over oncoming traffic. B. Give way to oncoming traffic. C. Road widens ahead. D. Two-way traffic. Answers is A. You have priority over oncoming traffic. This sign, a blue square with white arrows, indicates that you have priority over oncoming traffic. This is typically used on narrow sections of road, where only one vehicle can pass at a time. Question 72. What does this sign warn about? A. Speed hump or raised road section ahead. B. Ahead. C. Uneven road surface. D. Steep ascent. Answers is A. Speed hump or raised road section ahead. This warning sign indicates a hump or speed bump ahead. Drivers should reduce their speed to pass over it smoothly and comfortably, avoiding potential discomfort or damage to their vehicle. Question 73. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Change of road surface, e.g. from sealed to unsealed. B. Road works ahead. C. Slippery road. D. New road construction. Answers is A. Change of road surface, e.g. from sealed to unsealed. This warning sign indicates a change in road surface ahead, such as transitioning from a sealed tarmac road to an unsealed gravel road. Drivers should adjust their speed and driving style accordingly for the new surface. Question 74. What does this sign indicate? A. Wild animals crossing or in proximity to the road. B. Domestic animals crossing. C. Zoo entrance ahead. D. Nature reserve ahead. Answers is A. Wild animals crossing or in proximity to the road. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where wild animals may cross the road. Drivers should be particularly vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk, and be prepared to stop suddenly. Question 75. What does this sign indicate about the priority road? A. End of priority road. B. Start of priority road. C. Give way ahead. D. No entry. Answers is A. End of priority road. This sign, a priority road sign with a black diagonal stripe, indicates the end of priority road. From this point, you no longer have automatic and must observe standard give-way rules at intersections. Question 76. What does this sign mean for driving straight? A. Proceed straight or turn right. B. Turn right only. C. No straight through traffic. D. Straight only, no turns. Answers is A. Proceed straight or turn right. This mandatory sign indicates that drivers in this lane or at this point must either proceed straight ahead or turn right. No left turn is permitted. Question 77. When must you signal your intentions to other drivers? A. Whenever changing direction or position on the road. B. Only when other vehicles are nearby. C. Only when making a full turn, not lane changes. D. When you are unsure of your route. Answers is A. Whenever changing direction or position on the road. You must signal your intentions turning, changing lanes, pulling over, roundabouts early and clearly to allow other road users to anticipate your movements and react safely. Question 78. What is defensive driving? A. Driving to anticipate and avoid hazards. B. Aggressive driving to assert priority. C. Driving slowly at all times. D. Driving only during daylight hours. Answers is A. Driving to anticipate and avoid hazards. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards, being aware of your surroundings, and taking proactive measures to avoid collisions and react safely to unexpected situations by other drivers or road conditions. Question 79. What does a flashing yellow traffic light mean? A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to give way. B. Stop and wait for a green light. C. Speed up to clear the intersection. D. The lights are out of order, treat as stop sign. Answers is A. Proceed with caution, be prepared to give way. A flashing yellow traffic light indicates that you should proceed with caution through the intersection. You must be prepared to give way to any other traffic or pedestrians as if it were a give way sign, and stop if necessary. Question 80. What should you do if you encounter black ice while driving? A. Ease off the accelerator, steer gently, avoid braking. B. Brake hard and steer into the skid. C. Accelerate through it to regain traction. D. Immediately pull over to the side of the road. Answers is A. Ease off the accelerator, steer gently, avoid braking. Black ice is a thin, transparent layer of ice that is very dangerous because it is hard to see. If you hit black ice, ease off the accelerator, keep the steering wheel straight, and avoid sudden braking or steering. Let the vehicle slowly regain traction. Question 81. What is the primary danger of driving with worn tires? A. Grip, especially in wet conditions. B. Increased fuel consumption. C. They are noisier than new tires. D. They cause the steering wheel to vibrate. Answers is A. Grip, especially in wet conditions. Worn tires have less tread, which significantly reduces their ability to grip the road, especially in wet or icy conditions. This increases braking distances and the risk of skidding or aquaplaning, making them very dangerous. Question 82. When are you allowed to park on the side of the road? A. Only on a one-way street. B. In residential areas if no space on left. C. Never, it's always illegal. D. To unload passengers quickly. Answers is A. Only on a one-way street. In New Zealand, you must park on the side of the road, facing the same direction as the traffic flow. Parking on the right is generally only permitted on one-way streets where it does not obstruct traffic. Question 83. What is the purpose of ABS braking system? A. To prevent wheels from locking up during hard braking. B. To improve acceleration from a standstill. C. To automatically apply emergency brakes. D. To reduce engine noise during braking. Answers is A. To prevent wheels from locking up during hard braking. ABS helps drivers maintain steering control and prevent skidding during hard braking by rapidly pulsating the brakes, preventing the wheels from locking up. This allows the driver to steer around obstacles while braking. Question 84. What should you do if your vision is impaired by sun glare? A. Slow down, use sun visor and increase following distance. B. Speed up to get out of the sun's glare quickly. C. Flash your headlights to warn others. D. Stop driving immediately. Answers is A. Slow down, use sun visor and increase following distance. Sun glare can significantly reduce visibility. Slow down, use your sun visor, wear sunglasses, and increase your following distance to give yourself more time to react. If necessary, pull over safely until visibility improves. Question 85. Who has priority at a pedestrian crossing with no traffic lights? A. Pedestrians who are on or about to step onto the crossing. B. Vehicles unless a pedestrian is halfway across. C. The vehicle that reaches the crossing first. D. Cyclists always have priority. Answers is A. pedestrians who are on or about to step onto the crossing. At an uncontrolled pedestrian crossing, drivers must give way to any pedestrians who are on the crossing or who are clearly indicating their intention to cross. Be prepared to stop and wait for them to cross safely. Question 86. What is the purpose of hazard warning lights? A. To warn others of a stationary hazard or emergency. B. To indicate you are illegally parked. C. To signal a left turn in an emergency. D. To indicate you are driving very slowly. Answers is A. To warn others of a stationary hazard or emergency. Hazard warning lights, all indicators flashing simultaneously, are used to alert other drivers that your vehicle has become a temporary hazard. For example, due to a breakdown, accident, or stopping in an unusual place. Question 87. What should you do if you accidentally run over a small animal? A. Stop safely if no danger, check animal, report if necessary. B. Continue driving, it's not a legal requirement to stop. C. Only stop if it's a domestic pet. D. Move the animal off the road and leave it. Answers is A. Stop safely if no danger, check animal, report if necessary. If it is safe to do so, pull over and check the animal. If it's a domestic animal and injured, report it to the local animal control or police. Never put yourself or others in danger by stopping on a busy road. Question 88. Why is it dangerous to drive with low tire pressure? A. Grip increases fuel consumption and risk of blowout. B. Causes the car to drift to the right. C. The steering feel too light. D. Only affects tire wear, not safety. Answers is A. Grip increases fuel consumption and risk of blowout. Low tire pressure compromises handling and braking performance, especially in emergency situations. It also increases rolling resistance, leading to higher fuel consumption, and can cause the tire to overheat and potentially blow out. Question 89. What is the recommended action if you feel sleepy while driving? A. Pull over in a safe place and rest or take a break. B. Turn up the radio and open a window. C. Drink coffee or energy drinks while driving. D. Try to get to your destination as quickly as possible. Answers is A. Pull over in a safe place and rest or take a break. Driving while fatigued is extremely dangerous. If you feel sleepy, the only safe option is to pull over to a safe rest area and either take a nap or stop driving until you are fully refreshed. Opening windows or loud music are not effective long-term solutions. Question 90. When is it permissible to overtake on the left? A. When the vehicle in front is signaling a right turn. B. Whenever there is an open lane to your left. C. When driving faster than the vehicle in front. D. Never always overtake on the right. Answers is A. When the vehicle in front is signaling a right turn. You may only overtake on the left if the vehicle you are passing is signaling a right turn, or on a multi-lane road where traffic is moving in the same direction and the left lane is clear and safe to use. Question 91. What does a green light at a traffic intersection indicate? A. You may proceed if the intersection is clear. B. You have priority and must proceed. C. You must check for oncoming traffic, then proceed. D. Accelerate quickly to clear the intersection. Answers is A. You may proceed if the intersection is clear. A green light means you may proceed through the intersection, but only if the intersection is clear and it is safe to do so. You must still give way to any pedestrians or vehicles that are already in the intersection. Question 92. What is the correct procedure when approaching an uncontrolled railway crossing? A. Slow down, look both ways, listen, and be prepared to stop. B. Speed up to cross quickly before a train arrives. C. Only stop if you see a train approaching. D. Honk your horn and proceed without stopping. Answers is A. Slow down, look both ways, listen and be prepared to stop. At an uncontrolled railway crossing no barriers or lights, you must always approach with extreme caution. Slow down, actively look and listen for trains, and be prepared to stop until it is completely safe to cross. Question 93. When driving through a tunnel, what are the specific safety requirements? A. Turn on headlights, keep safe distance, follow signs. B. Switch off lights to avoid reflection. C. Increase speed to clear tunnel quickly. D. Use hazard lights to make yourself visible. Answers is A. Turn on headlights, keep safe distance, follow signs. When driving through a tunnel, you must turn on your headlights even if it's daytime, maintain a safe following distance, and strictly adhere to any speed limits or other signs posted, such as no stopping. Question 94. What does a solid yellow line on the center of the road indicate? A. No overtaking or crossing the line. B. Overtaking permitted if safe. C. Separates traffic moving in the same direction. D. A dedicated bus lane. Answers is A. No overtaking or crossing the line. A solid yellow line, or a double solid yellow line, indicates a zone. You must not cross this line to overtake. You may only cross it to turn right into a driveway or property if safe. Question 95. What is the maximum speed limit in urban areas in New Zealand unless otherwise signposted? A. 50, B. 60, C. 80, D. 100. Answers is A. 50. The default urban speed limit in New Zealand is 50, unless a specific speed limit sign indicates otherwise. This limit applies to built-up areas with houses and businesses. Question 96. What should you do if your brakes fail while driving? A. Pump the brake pedal, shift to a lower gear, use handbrake gradually. B. Steer into an obstacle to stop quickly. C. Switch off the engine immediately. D. Open the car door to create drag. Answers is A. Pump the brake pedal, shift to a lower gear, use handbrake gradually. If your brakes fail, pump the brake pedal rapidly to try and build up pressure. Shift to a lower gear to use engine braking. Gradually apply the handbrake parking brake without locking the wheels and steer to a safe stop. Question 97. What is the purpose of rumble strips on the road? A. To alert drivers to hazards or changes in road conditions. B. To provide extra grip for tires in wet conditions. C. To mark parking zones for large vehicles. D. To create noise for nearby residents. Answers is A. To alert drivers to hazards or changes in road conditions. Rumble strips are raised or grooved patterns on the road surface designed to create noise and vibration when driven over. They alert drivers to potential hazards, upcoming intersections, or leaving their lane, helping to prevent accidents. Question 98. When approaching a bus that has stopped to pick up or drop off passengers, what should you do? A. Slow down and be prepared for passengers, especially children. B. Overtake immediately if safe. C. Flash your lights to alert passengers. D. Maintain speed and proceed with caution. Answers is A. Slow down and be prepared for passengers, especially children. When a bus stops, especially if it has hazard lights flashing, it indicates that passengers are getting on or off. You should slow down and be extra vigilant for people, particularly children, who may run out from in front of or behind the bus. Question 99. What is the primary reason for using indicators turn signals? A. To communicate your intentions to other road users. B. To make your vehicle more visible. C. To activate the car's turning mechanism. D. To alert pedestrians of your presence. Answers is A. To communicate your intentions to other road users. Are essential communication tools for drivers. They inform other road users, drivers, cyclists, pedestrians of your intended actions, such as turning, changing lanes, or pulling over, allowing them to anticipate and react safely. Question 100. What is the legal requirement for headlights when driving at night? A. Must illuminate road for at least 100 meters. B. Low beam is always sufficient. C. Only use high beam on unlit roads. D. Parking lights are enough in areas. Answers is A. Must illuminate road for at least 100 meters. Your vehicle's headlights must be capable of illuminating the road ahead for at least 100 meters when on high beam and 30 meters when on low beam. This is crucial for visibility and safety when driving in darkness.